Wow, this is the first, guys. I feel blessed, but also cursed at the same time. So Sky had a bit of technical difficulties, so he's not gonna be able to make it. I think this is the first podcast we've ever done without Sky. It's always been, I think, at least me and Sky. I'm feeling excited because me and Bitter always disagree, but there's always Sky and
What?
Underdog. There's always Sky and Underdog to get in the way. And so me and Bitter finally have the floor to ourselves. So, like, what did you think about this episode? Because I think I feel like there's something that we have to disagree on, right? We can't agree on everything.
I mean, it's probably, yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the episode overall? Thoughts?
I actually thought this was my favorite episode of the season.
Well,
so
oh
far.
my! Of course the episode is slightly worse but still good. You're like, oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, it's the best. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll say the one negative right off the bat is they did the backstory thing again.
Yeah,
Which just pops
yep.
back up for no reason.
It's very annoying, and but you know what? I like that they made it a backstory and not a sob story. Like, if you're gonna do that, I like that it stays positive. Whereas before it was like, then little Johnny's mom overdosed in a car accident. Like, it's
Poor
like,
little Johnny.
yeah, it's all So I mean, it's better than nothing. I would prefer to to have a more, I guess, rounded arc. If you're gonna give someone a story, like, give them more time. But I didn't mind it. I have to ask you, because I'm sure everyone listening is waiting for you to say, how do you feel about 3 women going out first in a row on Survivor 44?
I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not gonna. I mean, we almost had this before, right? Which season was that? 42 or women were all
40.
going?
Wait, 42? No, it couldn't have been, because
Was it
41
43?
was with all the guys going out pre-merge, where it was like Abraham and JD and Voce, and then 42. I remember Swati goes out. I remember Zach was the first boot, so it couldn't have been 42.
Maybe it was 43. Maybe
Yeah, it was 43. Because it was like, oh, it was like NECA.
Oh yeah, it was 43. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was NECA. And there was what else? So who else?
I
was on
remember
43?
Cassie bringing up the whole women keep going, and then
Right.
Then it turned around and then it evened out.
Yeah, there was the girl in the red tribe who got blindsided in pre-merge, who is not named NECA, the white girl, or like I guess she was like Hispanic or whatever. Her name is failing me right now, but
The black woman who went first.
No, well, yeah, her, Mariah, with the candy hair. So yeah, no, like it's looking like that, but much more severe here. Where, like, I was shocked because they really edited it like, oh, the bad guys want Claire to go, and the good guys, or I guess the good girls in this case, wanted to see Claire stay, and they were going to save her. But I like the twist, which is that, especially because it's like a woman who is in the middle, you would think she'd flip over with the girls, but she stayed base and she votes out Claire, who has gotten a pretty villainous edit to this point. That's why I'm not shocked. I just thought, like, a villainous edit is better than no edit. And Josh has gotten, again, aside from his one story in episode 1 about him, and his disease or whatever he got as a kid, he's gotten literally nothing until this episode. I mean, the first 2 episodes, absolutely nothing. So that was the reason why I felt like it had to be Josh going in. I remember typing it on the server, like, it's Josh, right? Like, it has to be Josh. But then, of course, it's Claire. And to me, I'm almost a bit concerned for Josh's edit. Like, they need to pick that up just a little bit more. I did obviously like that he got more content in this episode, as he was a big target. But I'd like to see more alliances from his tribe. What do you think of Heidi and her playing the swing vote?
Well, yeah, so I thought Claire was going home because I thought Heidi seemed very loyal to Danny from the start.
Yeah.
Him telling her about Matt getting the fake idol, but telling her that he got a real one, that at least I felt brought a lot of trust between her and him.
Yeah.
And I thought Danny definitely seemed like he wasn't going Josh. So at the end of the day, I feel like Heidi would go with Danny's original plan.
I didn't really pick up. I guess what they should have done, maybe just a teeny bit more. And again, I'm just nitpicking here. I mean, it's a good episode of Survivor. I'm just nitpicking. I think they probably could have done more here, just to point out that, hey, like, Heidi and Danny are very close. Like, they are close, because then it kind of gives that gem of like, oh, that's why. Whereas, and for me, I didn't really realize that until you just pointed it out. Before we get any further, if you have questions, put them in chat, but put a question mark at the end, and we'll get to them at some point. So I guess the first place to start is with the two idol kind of find and grab and then fake and hide things that went on, I guess. I mean, with both Danny and Gathew, two of the better players in the game right now. Why do you think that they just showed Danny's and not both? Was it just for entertainment reasons and the fact that it's the same thing? Because I have a theory that it's because Danny's a bigger character on the season and Gathew must just go out earlier.
Yeah, I could see that. I was really confused with Gathew's whole idol because I guess they just re-hit an idol after Brandon played it. But then I was thinking, okay, was this Brandon's fake idol? But that's not his idol. So I thought there was two. I thought Gathew had a fake idol from Brandon and was doing another fake idol, not realizing it. But I guess there's an actual other idol. I don't really like that they just hide
They
another
just
idol
put
immediately.
another one in the cage. Is that
No,
what
I
happened?
think they just hit a real idol and they just didn't show him finding it.
So how did Jamie find a fake one?
No, okay, so Gathew finds a real idol that they must have re-hidden right after Brandon played his, and then Gathew looks at his idol and creates a fake one and hides that one, and that's the one he pretends to find.
Oh, he just made a fake one.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really like coincidental for the production. So that's gonna be even more confusing because at the merge, right? Like everyone's looking for like their idol that matches their tribe. Because remember, we had kind of figured out that like each tribe has a different idol, and each one's fake correlates with a different tribe's real one.
Yeah.
But now it's gonna be chaos because they have like a rusty one from coming out of nowhere. Like it's a bit confusing. No, I
think it was confusing to have idols being hidden regularly with the cage idols. Just have it be the cage idols. I think.
Sorry, I have to pause. Cancel Ninja, a good friend of the show, said, "Poor Claire. I know that she was looking forward to sitting out that next challenge. I mean, oh, how tragic. I mean, Claire, she could have sat out a whole nother challenge, but we had to go mess it up.
Yeah, she could have been the next Sandra.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think that we can get 4 women in a row? Is the first question. Bitter.
I mean, let's keep hope alive. Let's go for 5.
Go for 5. What do you guys think is in the best spot on Soka, which, by the way, is the green tribe for the viewers who don't know?
I think Danny, right?
Yeah, I mean,
especially after the vote.
I'm surprised at how good of a position Matt and Franny are in, and it really just came down to the fact that Claire had this underlying beef, I guess, with Danny and Josh. What's curious here is Danny is in the best spot because he has Josh and he has the lady who's the swing vote, Heidi. Yeah, he has her. Franny and Matt are close, but now that there's no conflict here and Heidi's with them, I don't think Heidi would flip now. So I mean, if they go again, Franny and Matt are in trouble. They're in
especially because they have, like, they think that they have an idol that they don't.
Right, exactly. And that's the issue because Matt has another tribal where he has no vote. So even if, let's say they got Heidi to flip over, it wouldn't matter because at the end of the day, the only person who can flip over is both Heidi and I guess Franny on Matt or Matt on Franny. I don't think Matt turns on Franny, so it would have to be Franny on Matt.
So weird.
I
just think it's 2 versus 3 now in that tribe.
But it's never that simple, no? I mean,
it is when you know someone. Oh, look.
Yep, Underdog.
What's up, fellas?
Yo, what's up?
I'm about Survivor.
Talking about this episode, three females going out in a row. Bitter is excited.
He's bitter about it.
Yeah, bitter is.
Yeah, I hate when women go out.
Anyways, now that we're not lying, let's continue on. No, but we what we were talking about is how this Soka or the Green Tribe is going to play out from here on out because we have like basically Danny with his 2 greatest allies. I mean, obviously we can all see that Josh and Danny are close because it was them 2 versus Claire, or at least it seemed that way. Hopefully it stays that way. And obviously we saw from the vote that at the end of the day, Heidi is very, very, very close to Danny and went with Danny instead because at the water well, they basically said, Heidi, we're not going to make it like 3-2. We'll just vote wherever you vote so that when she plays her shot in the dark, it's 4-0, or I guess it'd be 3-1 if she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so she does play her shot in the dark, and I guess at that water well, like she's like, I want to vote for Claire, and Danny somehow convinces her. So that means that it's Heidi, Danny, and Josh in I guess the super majority on this tribe. I don't think that Josh and Heidi are very close, but
no, they're connected through Danny.
Right, exactly. And so it leaves the couple against that 3 do you think it's that simple, underdog, or is there something more to this? I guess
I do feel like it probably is that simple because, like, Heidi did say in a confessional that she feels like Danny is her number one. So I don't feel like she would flip just to be with a couple where she's the obvious third wheel. That doesn't seem like it'd be good for her game.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest, I guess, mess up on Franny and I guess also kind of Matt's part, although Matt was kind of just out of it because he didn't vote at all, was not pushing hard enough. I mean, they had to get Claire to stay because although Claire's an up, really to everybody on this whole season, it's better for them because now they are at the bottom and they're going to, at least if they go back to tribal again before some sort of swap or something, they and again, they means Josh and Danny and Heidi are going to want to break them up before merge because if they don't, like, they're in huge trouble because it's a couple at the merge. They're totally going to want to break that up before, like, during the pre-merge. So that really leaves them vulnerable. And I'm really curious to see if they can somehow weasel their way out of it. Does Matt have an idol? Is that the case?
A fake idol.
Oh, he's a fake
Which
idol.
Matt?
Blankenship.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt.
Because the other Matt has Gathu has a real idol.
Gathu has a real one, and then he gave the fake one to Jamie, who, by the way, is so annoying.
Jamie might be the stupidest Survivor player of all time. That is
what she found a fake idol. That's more than
she is so stupid that she makes you saying stupidest sound smart. I mean, it's just.
Oh, I don't like the Jamie slander.
You like Jamie?
Yeah, she made that little plant outside. It's like, hey, thanks for that plant when we're surrounded by plants.
So you're being sarcastic. You don't like Jamie.
I think she's fine. I don't dislike her.
Well,
I find Jamie to be more annoying than Carolyn by any stretch.
I disagree.
What did you say? You find her more annoying than Carolyn?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
I don't see that she's annoying. I just think she's really
for me. I really don't get annoyed by personality because I'm just such a robot that I just want good gameplay. For me, the thing that like annoys me more is when someone just is so dumb. Like, why are you just even like existing? Stop.
Is she that dumb? She thought she found a lot of people.
No, I get it, but
she's
just idol. Like she gives off those vibes. You're just like, ugh, like just be smarter. Like, not that hard, you know.
Well, Spencer did just admit that he was an AI generated program.
I am Chat GTP secretly,
but he's a black AI generated.
Right, program. I am a equitable Chat GTP. So basically, affirmative action is what it is.
If we're gonna say who the dumbest people, I would say the dumbest people are Josh and then Matt Blankenship and Franny.
Right,
because Matt and Franny are dumb enough to make an obvious like a two-person alliance, and then Josh just seems not to know what's going on at all.
It's odd because I would expect it at Matt. He's lonely and he just came out of a relationship and he genuinely seems to really like Franny. And
but I hate people who are like $1 million or this girl who says zesty a lot.
No, I get it. But but yeah, I mean, a woman is a woman. That's how guys work. Whatever. But Matt clearly likes her. What's important here is Franny does not seem to have that same, I guess, feeling. Like she clearly likes him.
Matt's a simp.
I don't know.
Yes,
Franny's an ethot.
Okay, I don't know about all that. She clearly likes him, but I don't know if it's like that, like where it's like I want to get off this island and I want to like blah 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 blah. Like it's not like a Amber and Rob love where it's like
they're not gonna get married and have 5 kids.
Right? Like
I
they
feel
are
like this is like
clearly
a Kara and Dan situation.
I don't think it's like that because I feel like, well, no, you're right, because Kara was the same thing as Franny, except Kara was more distant. Kara was like, dude, get the out, like go away from me, bro. Like you're so weird. Like stop.
I think
Franny isn't like that. At least not yet. She's almost there.
I think it's more.
Kara wasn't that point by episode 3 either, though.
You're right. She got there by like 7 or 8 after I think the well, it isn't no after the John Hennigan boot. Yes, after the John Hennigan idol play where they do the first minority split vote, and he loses obviously John in his alliance. Kara's like, dude, get away from me, stop moping, and then like she's like, I'm done. So I guess maybe we'll see some sort of break up on the island. I don't know though, because see the thing is,
not gonna happen.
But the thing is, this is why I hate when Jeff opens his mouth preseason. He said, I would be very happy if something between them carried on after this, something like that, which makes me think they're not going to vote each other out here. Like, obviously I get it. Like, oh, that'd be so funny. Like, and then Jeff, like, no, like there's no way that they vote each other out.
I mean, unless it's like that thing where they both know that it's one of the two of them and they're like, let's just put a vote on each other. We still care about each other.
Yeah, no, yeah. But like that, but like, they're like, I just can't see like a blind side occurring between them.
No, it's not gonna no.
Yeah, like they just like, and even with Franny not really liking this dude a lot, she still I don't think would do that. It just, the edit doesn't work out that way. It doesn't feel like it, at least.
The only blind side is gonna be Matt finding out he's Franny's second boyfriend. So when he's like, Franny's boyfriend bought me a PlayStation.
Franny's boyfriend. Jesus Christ. Is it bad that I want to see a fake idol actually used in a game plan? Because it would be funny to watch. I of course not. I mean, I think we all do it. It's been a minute since we've seen a fake idol played. I think Randy in Gabon is the last time we saw someone play it with confidence. Like,
no,
yeah, that's definitely happened.
Final 5 of EOE.
You're right. But was it with confidence to save yourself?
No, it was. Julie and Lauren both thought that it was. I don't know that they thought they were going home, but Lauren did go home. So
did Lauren play it, or was it Julie who played it?
No, they both played one because Devon's planted 2, and Julie found one, and Lauren found one.
They both played both of theirs.
Yeah,
I don't remember them both playing.
Yeah, they did.
That
was like one of my favorite tribals ever. Because
really?
Julie plays her fake idol, she finds out it's fake. Lauren's like, okay, this one's got to be real. It's fake. And then Devon's plays one for Gavin, and then Chris plays one on himself.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. I mean, I feel like I'll take your word for it. What kind of comes to mind here is like, do you think that they're going to keep up the act, or is the word going to get out here? Do you think that we're going to get like something like that, or no?
I think so. I mean, there's 2 in play right now. I don't think both are going to get. I think one's going to at least get played in a game confidently.
Yeah, I feel like the bigger question is like, how severe is the humiliation going to be? Are they going to wait to play it until like final 8 to like save themselves when they don't win immunity and they go home like that? That'd be so tragic, you know.
My big thing is, does anyone think Danny's play might have backfired? Because okay, so he gives Matt a fake idol, but now the whole tribe knows he has an idol and they think it's real, except for Danny, which could have been like, okay, so let's work with Matt because he has an idol, and that could have backfired on Danny if because he would have to tell them no, it's fake, which would make him seem like a liar, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to tell them that, obviously.
But what if there's a point where he would have to, like, oh, we can't vote Matt tonight because he's playing his idol, and then Danny can't be like, oh no, it's fake, and like, how do you know that? Right?
Yeah. I mean, at that point, he would just play his own idol on himself.
Yeah.
Wait, can you say the last part again?
What part?
Of what you just said? I just want to make sure I have it right.
So okay, so Matt's like, I'm gonna play the idol. I know I'm going home or something like that. But everyone's like, okay, we know he has an idol. Danny has to now tell everybody he doesn't. Otherwise, the plan's gonna be all messed up. Like, he's gonna know for a fact it's not a real idol, but everyone else is gonna think it is an idol.
And then he's gonna play it and realize that Danny lied. Or
Danny's going to be like, no, this is a stupid plan because I know it's not a real idol. We can still vote him out.
Wait, like you're saying, what if Matt tried to use the idol on himself or somebody else?
Okay, so like say this tribal, right?
Yeah.
The whole plan was voting out Matt.
Yeah.
So everyone agrees, let's vote out Matt. And then they're like, they find out he is an idol now. Everyone found out he is an idol. So they think we can't vote out Matt.
He, meaning Danny, would have to everyone know that's not real.
Yeah.
It's actually fake. So he can almost never target Matt now without telling people that he lied to Matt. Unless he like comes up with some ridiculous lie, like, oh, actually somebody else told me that it was fake, or I don't know, it's like something like that.
Yeah, it'd be so weird. Because like, what if he's okay? They're like, okay, let's split the votes on Franny and Matt because they have an idol, one of them is playing it. Then, I mean, that's dangerous now. And when Danny can just say, no, I know this idol is not real.
I think that's probably what they should do, is split the votes, especially with Matt having no vote at this next tribal. Is that public knowledge? I don't think so.
Well, they knew he didn't have one for this one.
Yeah, I don't think they know about this next one, which is curious because I do think they're probably going to go back again. Just based on how like the tribes are set up, like it doesn't seem like the purple tribe is going to go again. That just seems too obvious. Like it's Sarah. Like they've made that really, really clear.
I mean, they did vote out their weakest link though, so it's not like they got weaker.
I get it, but like the Green Tribe, to me, if they go again, if they knew that Matt didn't have a vote, it'd be a vote split 2 to 1 to 1. Their 3 votes could be split up 2-1, and no matter what, in a tiebreaker, they would just revote and vote, all 3 on whoever, and if not, then it's just 2 to 1. I'm curious if they can find that out, or if they just are not going to know, and they think that it's 3 to 2.
So let's say they do know, and if you're Danny in that situation, do you tell everybody that the idol's fake, or do you go along and risk splitting the votes that close?
I would just really push to vote one person. I feel like you really can't like tell everyone the truth about that, a lie that elaborate, and like the fake idols, that's just way too deep. And you also can't just not tell anyone and then split the votes and risk one person flipping and ruining the entire plan, because that's all it takes is one of the 2 people in that 2 group, because again, you're like splitting it, you're 3 votes, 2 and 1. So you would, I guess Danny would want to put the person who he trusts the most in that 2 group with him, because that's the group that could flip, and I guess flip the whole split. This is really complicated, and it's a bit tough to follow, but it's very curious to see like what's going to happen if they go again and they try and split votes here, because the numbers are so low that someone could flip and ruin the entire plan, and I think that may be what happens.
So if I was Danny, I think you would have to trust at least one person. I think Heidi's your person.
Yeah,
and
who do you think he trusts more? Because that's the person who again with him should split 2, and then Josh would be the one.
Yeah, I think you have to tell Heidi that you have the real idol and that you gave him a fake one. You get a lot of trust with her. I think she's loyal. I don't think she's gonna backstab him.
Yeah, Heidi. I don't think Heidi would, but then again, she's talking about how she's like there for her family and nobody else. So that does feel like blindside language to me. I don't know.
I don't think you can tell Josh. I don't trust Josh as much.
Yeah, Josh is a little bit slimy, so I don't know.
I mean, unless you he flipped and worked with Matt and Fran, I don't know.
I don't think he would.
But then like you could put the target on Matt at the merge, be like, he's got an idol.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't understand. Like I liked his whole. It was very Tony-esque. His whole hiding the fake idol and telling everyone.
It was, and then like him like somersaulting through the woods. Yeah.
I just want to know what his long-term plan with that is, because now, is it beneficial to have everyone in your tribe think someone has an idol even though it's not real? If they all think it's better than
like. Well, is it
better than not doing that? That's the question.
Well, I'm trying to think. Is it better than like Matt thinking he has an idol and thinking that nobody else knows about it?
Yeah,
I mean, there's definitely benefits to it, but I don't know if it's enough.
The issue is it's out. Like it'd be so much better if like Matt tried to whip it out like secretly and blow everyone's mind and like try and trick you, and then it's fake and he looks like an idiot for trying to lie to everyone. The fact that everyone knows about it and now like people are going to plan for it and stuff, that's where the issue comes in. I'm going to go for about 30 seconds. Guys, debate over who's playing a better game right now. Danny Massa or Gathu?
Gathu.
Really? Why?
I just feel like every episode there's something like strong strategically that he does, and I feel like his edit is really good. Like first episode, he got a lot of like he didn't really like make any like shown good strategic moves in episode 1 other than like playing a shot in the dark, which was like that they really explained that in episode 2. But episode 1, I feel like he got a good like edit for the premiere. And then today, like with the whole he found an idol and then he planted the fake idol, I feel like he's just playing a really strong game. And I feel like there's some holes like we were just discussing in Danny's game that could potentially be exposed.
Well, let me counter with some holes I think for Gathu, because I agree that looks kind of good, but this is what he actually has. Okay, so he lied to someone who could be his number 1 in Jamie and giving her a fake idol, which I don't know how that helps him if she's lying to him. And then his other thing is not voting at that first tribal, which kind of shows he's not very loyal, right?
Yeah, but I feel like Kane took a lot more of the heat for that.
He did.
Definitely. But at the end of the day, if I'm Brandon, I'm still thinking, okay, so I thought Gathu was my guy, and he was like, I'm not going to vote here. And I was in
but
danger.
like, what other options did Brandon have?
No, that's true. I'm not saying as a mastermind strat, like not mastermind. We're not saying he's mastermind. I think, but as a good gameplay. I just don't see what he really has going for him outside of the idol, which he does have. So that is a positive. He has an idol no one knows about. But the fake idol to Jamie, I don't see that it helps him.
Well, he said it. He's hoping that like since they found it together, and even in her confessional, she said she really trusts him. So I feel like Jamie feels like he's her number one, and I also feel like Brandon probably thinks that he's their number ones with each other.
What happens when Jamie makes a plan with her idol with Gaffy? What's Gaffy gonna do? He's gonna be like,
he's probably gonna let her get herself voted out. I don't know,
and lose his number one.
Well, because he's in such a great position. I feel like he can afford to do that.
Yeah,
I don't because I would hope Brandon was with him, but I don't know if he's that loyal with Brandon now. So who does he work with outside of Jamie? I don't think he's that close to anyone else.
Can I chime in here? So I actually want to change the subject. I'm kind of confused. Who's going to go to tribal next week? Because usually the tribal goes to tribal is the one who's not like really obvious, right? And so it's like the green tribe could go, like the orange tribe, maybe, but the orange tribe is so strong right now, and they have easily the physically strongest tribe with Gathew and Brandon. So it's got to be the green or the purple, and it can't be the purple because we all know who the boot's going to be, and they've literally said out loud, she said it's going to be Mia, it's guaranteed. There's no chance. They're all solid. This and that. So it has to be the green, just continuously going over and over. I don't know.
I think it'd honestly be any of them. Like I wouldn't be surprised if orange goes back.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of people.
Yes.
Yeah. I would be shocked if purple goes. I think, they showed green way too much in the preview, which makes me think that maybe they're not going because it's like a fake out.
I think it's probably the orange, I guess, but they're just so strong, it doesn't feel right, you know?
Yeah, but
maybe it's like a memory challenge or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see. It's curious because I think while all the tribes have great strategy, and I think the purple tribe is the tribe with the best casted people left, at least on it. I think in general we don't want to see the purple tribe go because of the fact that you have your jams, and you guys obviously hate Carolyn, but
I'm fine with Sarah going. I never said I hate Carolyn.
I'm just whatever.
I do. I understand why people get annoyed by Carolyn, but I agree, Spencer. She's a good character to have on a season. Like, I think maybe she'll start calming down a little bit and not be as annoying now that she has some confidence in her lines. After that episode,
she had one scene this episode. It was crazy, like usual. But she had one scene this episode, so it wasn't that bad,
Yeah, I think that's what if we can get more of that and not like 80% of the episode dedicated to her, I think it's better.
So this person says, is Ratu, meaning the orange tribe, in the best spot in case of a swap? I'm curious, is it pretty much confirmed there isn't a swap? Like, is there even a chance? Because it's not like they reported it this time, but I remember back on Inside Survivor, they had said like in like this new cycle of seasons, meaning I guess 43 and 44, there's no swaps. So is that just guaranteed? Is there just zero chance of a swap again, or is that not?
I haven't seen any hint towards a swap.
Yeah,
I mean in the preview there was the thing preview, where like Jeff was like, this could change the game completely, but I feel like it's just gonna be the island twist. But maybe with something,
maybe like an Exile Island thing or something, or like
like there's literally be something stupid. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably just like an Exile Island thing, or like maybe like because there's no way that there's this like twist is not going to make anyone switch tribes, whether it's like a swap players thing or I don't know, whatever, like a actual swap.
It could be like you win, like you reach in the bag and you win an advantage. It's like you can swap any two players between tribes, including yourself or something like that.
What'd be cool is if the tribe who won got to pick two people between the other two tribes.
I would love like a mutiny, but you can't do it because it's a 3-tribe season, obviously. But
what about that?
Like in modern days, that would be so fun to have a mutiny. The issue is if it goes wrong and the strategy completely ruins itself, then obviously you're kind of screwed, right? And like if someone does go over, it's going to be, especially in this new era where everyone thinks like very obviously, so like through like every decision so like clearly, or at least they seem to. It wouldn't be as fun because the people flipping over would be the people who are like actually in trouble.
Well, that's the only people who would flip. Like Sarah would flip.
Right.
Like, you only get people like that who know they're definitely like the next one.
Right. Whereas in before it was like Penner and like flipped for what? Why? Like because he was
Well,
on
he
the
was on.
bottom, I guess.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
I
on
don't
the
know.
bottom.
But it's different because Penner's a great character, right? Who flipped. Whereas in I like if you get Sarah who mutinies over, like would that really be fun to watch? Like that's
I'm more
boring.
familiar with. I think there's been a few more mutinies in the Survivor Australia version, where and the people who've done it were always like very close. I don't know if it was necessarily a mutiny, but I remember a person got voted out and they went to the other tribe.
That's just
And-
Australian Survivor having dumb twists. That's not a mutiny.
Well, that's close to a mutiny, right? Person gets voted out,
it's
goes to
funny.
another tribe.
But it's planned. It's not their own choice.
It's funny
Yeah,
because
true.
apparently there was a mutiny offered in seasons 5 and 7, and no one took it, and they just didn't even show it at all.
Which mutiny made a lot of sense for Pearl Islands, considering it was about pirates.
Right, and then also I think for Thailand just to spice the season up because it was so bad. I mean,
no, you're wrong about that though.
Yeah, guys, for any new viewers, Bitter's a huge Thailand fan. He thinks,
as you can tell by his PFP,
it's the 5th season, and it's top 5 in my heart.
Yeah, go ahead and debate that in the comments section. Top 5 Survivor season. Survivor.
There's no debate needed.
Dude, Brian's the most ruthless winner. He killed a puppy. Come on. Is anyone more ruthless than that?
Anyways, so yeah. Continuing on. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I feel like we kind of covered it all. Is there anything that you guys like think is left? Bitter?
Now you went to me. My mind went blank. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we've covered it all. We've covered the characters. So I think it's time to go into the universes. What is going on? And I'll swap you guys in the underdog
real
universe.
fast. What about the challenge? We didn't talk about the challenge at all. Was
Yeah,
that very similar to that 42 challenge that they canceled?
Honestly, the challenges I just zone them out. Like they again, unless it's like interesting, like not yesterday's, but last week's challenge. I usually zone it out. Like the ones in the water are pretty boring nowadays. They're all really the same. They just you untie something and bring it in. It's pretty simple. And there's like no like special moment. Like it's hard to explain. Like do you remember in I think it's Micronesia in the challenge when Ozzy literally just takes his whole tribe and does all of their stations in the water for them. Like
those are always the best challenges.
Like those are like yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a fun moment. That's a cool moment. You're never gonna get that nowadays. You know,
we did get.
It's just not gonna happen.
We get it with Jonathan.
Yeah,
exactly. Like stuff like that is fun to watch. There really isn't that anymore. So I really didn't even watch the challenge, to be honest. I mean, I watched it, but I didn't watch it. You know,
but it did remind. It was very similar to that one, right, where Jonathan was crushing it, and then they canceled it because everyone can't swim.
Oh yeah. It's crazy too because like I feel like in the old school that would have never happened, but because obviously the fact that it's
old school, they'd be like, let's see what happens. They can't complete it. Let's see how long this goes.
If someone drowns, we'll wait a couple minutes and then we'll get mad.
Yeah, we'll pull him out.
Right.
CPR.
Last question says, do you think that there will be a knowledge power in this season? If so, who's gonna get it?
What's up, Dogbone?
Yeah,
I think we have that advantage that's really close to it, but it's a little different. So
yeah, what if Sarah goes home with that? Do you think it's gonna get rehidden? Because last season I think it was rehidden.
Since they showed it, like and didn't do an Omar where they didn't show it and he never used it, I feel like it's gonna have some kind of play. Right?
It's definitely going to get played at some point. It has to because they showed it now. Like it's out there.
She's probably going to use it immediately on next try. Like immediately as soon as something gets played, she's going to use it because she's in a bad spot.
Right. She needs to wait at least till the merge, right? I mean, she can't use it.
Unless she thinks she's like going to go home and somehow she survives the next tribal with her tribe.
Yeah, but what would she get? Like, what advantages would she get from that?
I don't know if something gets played. That's all I'm saying. I think
but nothing.
I'm confused about it.
There's nothing on her tribe.
Except for Carolyn's idol. An idol.
Carolyn wouldn't play that idol in the pre-merge.
I'm just saying if it did. I'm not saying. I'm just saying the person who has that advantage is on the outs, so I could see them using it as soon as possible. They can use it.
That's kind of a reason why I don't want the purple tribe to go, because I'd like to see the obviously the hallmark advantage at least so far of the season played, but I also don't because it's like really overpowered. And if I understand it correctly, like at least what we think would be the fair way for it to happen is that you would pick like before the tribal if you thought advantages were played, but if it's not that and you basically get to pick after the tribal's over, that is so much worse.
I think that's the way it is though.
That is so unfair.
I don't think it could be that.
Yeah,
No, I think it's
way.
like it's just like a regular like an idol. Like someone plays their idol, and you're like, okay, now I'm playing my advantage.
And hold on, if it is that, then it has to be pick one advantage. It cannot be that you get all of them.
No,
that would be literally
That's,
impossible.
It definitely said all the advantages that are played.
That would be no, it can't, because if 3 idols are played and then you get to grab the 3 idols.
Well, then it's just like, isn't it just like basically just stealing your one? It's basically then
no,
it's just
steal all of the advantage. Like if 3 idols are played and then you get to steal it, you could just steal 3. You have 3.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's so crazy.
No, that's why it can't be the case. The show cannot be that dumb.
You don't think the show's like, wouldn't it be so cool if one person's like gets 3 idols?
No, I don't think the show is that stupid. There's no way.
I mean, the show loves idols. They literally hid one after one episode.
I get
someone
it.
played it and then they hit another one. I don't like that. I think one idol at a tribe, that preseason, like before the merge, not okay. Idol played at the before the merge. Another idol gets hidden on your tribe. That's a lot of idols.
I don't mind them
rehiding. Still going to the merge with the same amount of idols.
Yeah, I don't mind them like rehiding it, because a lot of times they don't find the one that they rehide. And then 2.
I mean, unless you get a player who's smart, it's like, okay, I know they rehide it. Play it just like Ben, right? Like, and Russell, like they know you're gonna rehide it, so just play it and go look for it.
Yeah, but that is post merge. I think you should always rehide the post merge idol unless it gets just
post merge is fine. That's fine. Yeah. I don't like the pre merge multiple idols per tribe.
But it's not like it's gonna get played more than maybe once, maybe. So
but it could be played if it's played twice per tribe. That's a lot.
It's not going to be played twice. There's no, I mean, right? Is that not possible? Like,
I mean, what if Gathu gets targeted next, and that's already 2 idols played on that tribe, and then there's going to rehit another one?
How many idol plays have we had in this whole pre-merge so far?
I mean, 1 out of 3. So let's say we have a 33% chance going forward.
Right. So in the next 3 more episodes in this pre-merge, that's 1 more. That's 2 idol plays total out of 3 tribes. That's not really a problem to me.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
Yeah, I get it. For me, it's just like it's not worth taking away idols, especially if someone plays it in like episode 1 and there's just no idol on that tribe. That is a bit boring, but
potentially though, you could have a person survive a whole pre-merge just finding idols.
I say like potentially you could also have someone doing the same thing in the post-merge, but it doesn't happen. But once every 10, 15 seasons, again, like if you let me finish, once every 10, 15 seasons.
I don't want to let you finish because you're going to counter what I said.
Yeah.
But okay, right. one more thing though. I do want to say overall, so far, the bird cages have been a success, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like they can do them in the same way next season because people know that there's also fake that comes with, and it's going to be totally screwed.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's completely... Wait, but hold on though. What if they like did it in a way that maybe like there's like 2 separate, I don't know, because
2 cages, now
multiple keys or something.
Yeah. Because if they can do it in a way which you like could never really tell which is real and which is fake based on like what if they're identical, and what if when you find one you like get an extra one, because the whole idea is when someone puts like or takes the real one out of the bag, now there's 1 left, and next season if they did it again, people would say there's 1 left, this is the fake one. What if there was 2 left? What if you like got an extra fake one to put in when you I guess found yours?
What if everyone got an immunity idol?
They're definitely going to do that eventually.
I mean, it is a really, really good twist to me at least.
I like these twists. They can reuse these twists. Just you don't do them back to back. So you do this twist now, and then 5 seasons later you bring it back, and then you look. Hey, maybe there's a few people who were smart enough to remember what happened with those.
Right.
Instead of it being back to back, where it's like they just saw this season.
Except they cast all super fans, so everyone's going to remember everything.
Yeah, but a lot of people are going to be like, there are a lot of fake super fans. Like, oh yeah, I've been watching for forever, and it's like, no, you tried out for the show and you watched some episodes before you went on.
Yeah. It's tough, but I really do like this advantage, and I really respect it compared to the Hourglass and the Price is Right, twist or whatever the hell we saw in these past 3 or 4 seasons that we've gotten.
I still like that paint. I do think that paint one where you put your hand in paint would work if they do it smarter, where they put you like farther into the forest.
Yeah,
maybe give you more paint over you somehow.
Not memorable at all. Like I don't remember who got it. Was it Omar?
Drea got that.
They did it
Drea?
They put the
See,
paint
like,
right next
yeah,
to
it's
the
just
water
the
well.
the fact that like Dre is a big character too. Like I didn't remember that she got it at all. I think it just shows how maybe not memorable it is, but
It's
maybe.
because they messed it up.
Or it just
Right.
shows how mid 42 was.
that I mean, it's just all the above. I feel like there. But what's going on over there in the Underdog universe? Anything? Nothing.
First baseball game in 6 days.
Okay, all right.
Boys gonna be busy now, so
that's an
probably not be able to
IRL
make many of these.
Underdog W.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those touchdowns for us.
Common Underdog W. Bitter. What's going on in the Bitter universe? Can people expect a video? I mean, they're always asking. They're always asking me. Bitter.
I am maybe.
I
don't know because a lot of people were not happy with my last video.
Wait, what? Really? Wait,
I think a lot of people took me.
Explain.
It took me very serious when I was making fun of the cast. Like
how?
Like they think like I was like, oh, you think gay people are terrible? It's like no, I was not calling these people weird because they're gay. I'm calling them weird because they're
haven't
gay
you,
people.
you always like like that? Oh, like we're just trolling mindset. I feel like that's not new. So
Yeah.
I mean like anyone who watches your videos would know that you're trolling. Are you saying? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of people who watch all my videos, but then tell me that they don't like me. So it's like,
Yeah,
but
so
why are you watching all my videos?
Wait, hold on. So you got hate in the comments from people that usually support you, or hate from the comments from people who
they're the
usually hate on you?
same. It's not. I'm not really bothered by the hate. It's just like I think it's just annoying people
Yeah,
not
fair.
understanding. It was mostly jokes, not.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game. I mean, anyone who takes the time to leave a comment and take time out of their day has already lost the battle. I mean, so I feel like that's the main thing to keep in mind. But of course, if you're an evil person leaving hate comments under Bitter's post, I will personally grab my big muscles off my arm, put them on my other arm, and beat your ass.
I like the hate comments. It's engagement. I just think it's funny when people are like, "Hey, I watched all your videos, and this one's just like the other ones." It's like, thanks. Are you like my number one fan? You watched all my videos.
That's so weird. That is.
By
so
the way,
annoying.
Spencer, how much do you bench?
1,000 trillion billion willion illion cajillion. Anyway,
almost on Danny's level.
Next time on, no, I'm just kidding. Guys, none of this happens without you guys. Without you guys, I'm sure we're guys speaking to a weird microphone. That's what I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.